Hello friends, in the last session on data sovereignty, we tried looking at the outreach aspect of nation state on data servers and data collected at the national level. Now we come to individual rights. So today's session would be on privacy protection and data protection, which is session number 5 of the stream titled as Policy and Regulatory Framework for GovTech. First and foremost, in this we will try to understand what is data privacy, what is the difference between data privacy and data security, how many kinds of data an individual generates, why is data privacy important, what has India done with regard to its privacy of its citizens' data. We already have PDP, Personal Data Protection Bill of 2019, we will talk about that. We will look into the various features of Personal Data Protection Bill and try to compare it with GDPR of European Union. First and foremost, why data privacy? All of us know data is one of the most important assets a company could ever generate or an individual could ever generate. With the rise of data economy, lot of companies are finding enormous value in collecting, sharing and using data. All of us know about Google, Facebook, Amazon, who have built empires atop the data economy. Therefore, privacy is the right of an individual to be free from uninvited surveillance of these companies. However, before going into those aspects, let's try to understand various types of data. There is online data. Online data includes all personal data that is given out by an individual during online interactions, which acts as an official identifier, for example, email, login details and other identifying data of an individual. Then there is financial data. Financial data includes our card details, online transaction details, net banking details, etc. Then we generate medical data. Medical data is about all our health parameters. We have geographic data. Geographic data is sharing of our addresses, GPS location, online presence and availability of location details of various devices being used by us. Last but not the least is our political data. Political data talks about our affiliation to a particular tribe, political belief, religious beliefs or the particular caste details of an individual. Therefore, privacy of all this kind of data is extremely important in this digital age, because if there is undesirable leakage of any of this kind of data, it would make an individual extremely vulnerable. This directly brings us to the difference of two words, data privacy and data security. Data privacy focuses on the rights of individual, the purpose of data collection and processing, privacy preferences and the way organizations govern personal data of individuals. Whereas data security regards to the means of protection that a particular organization is taking in order to prevent any third party leakage or any unauthorized access to the digital data stored by that organization. It is very important for me to bring out here that recently between the period of 2015 to 2020, 11% point increase has happened in the adoption of data protection and privacy legislations across the world. However, only 66% of the nations of the world are safeguarding people's data and privacy. Let us look at various important aspects of Personal Data Protection Bill, also called as PDP Bill of 2019. The first and foremost aspect of PDP Bill 2019 of Government of India is all about applicability. Applicability means what is governing the processing of personal data with regard to government organizations, with regard to companies incorporated in India, as well as with regard to foreign companies dealing with personal data of individuals in India. The second critical aspect of PDP Bill 2019 of Government of India talks about obligations of data fiduciary. It talks about transparency and accountability measures which must be implemented to ensure security and safety safeguards such as data encryption, prevention of misuse of data. It also talks about instituting grievance redressal mechanisms to address complaints of individuals. PDP Bill 2019 of Government of India also talks about rights of individual. It insists to obtain confirmation from the fiduciary on processing of personal data. It also insists on seeking correction of inaccurate, incomplete or out of date personal data. It also talks about personal data transferred to any other data fiduciary in certain circumstances. It insists on restricting continuing disclosure of their personal data by a fiduciary if no longer necessary. The fourth point of PDP Bill 2019 refers to the grounds for processing personal data. The bill allows processing of data by fiduciaries only if consent is provided by an individual. The exceptions are if it is required by the state for providing benefit to an individual. Second exception is for legal proceedings. Third exception to this is to respond to a medical emergency. PDP bill also talks about essentially installing a data protection authority which will help to take steps to protect the interests of individuals. This authority would also prevent misuse of personal data and ensure compliance with the PDP bill. Orders of the authority can be appealed to an appellate tribunal. Appeals from the tribunal will directly go to the Supreme Court. Apart from data protection authority, this bill also insists on having a data protection officer who would provide information or advice to the data fiduciary on matters or obligations under the Act. Monitoring of personal data activities would also be handled by data protection officer. He or she would also provide advice to carry out data protection impact. It would also include maintenance of inventory of records to be maintained under data fiduciaries. PDP Bill 2016 also talks about transfer of data outside India. Sensitive personal data may be transferred outside India for processing if explicitly consented to by the individual and subject to certain additional conditions. Certain personal data notified as critical personal data by the government can only be processed within India. There are, however, certain exemptions to this statement. These exemptions are: number 1, in interest of security of state, public order, sovereignty and integrity of the country, as well as it depends on our friendly relationships with foreign countries. The second exemption is to prevent any kind of incitement to commission of any cognizable offence related to these matters. Third is prevention, investigation or prosecution of any offence, personal or domestic, or for journalistic purposes. When an offence is committed, as stated by PDP 2019, processing or transferring personal data in violation of the bill, a fine of rupees 15 crore or 4% of the annual turnover of the fiduciary, whichever is higher, would be applicable. Secondly, failure to conduct a data audit, 5 crore rupees or 2% of the annual turnover of the fiduciary, whichever is higher, would be applicable. Lastly, re-identification and processing of de-identified personal data without consent is punishable with imprisonment up to 3 years or fine or both. The bill also stipulates sharing of non-personal data with government. The central government may direct data fiduciaries to provide it with any non-personal data, anonymized personal data, where it is not possible to identify the data principal, for better targeting of services and innovation. Amendments to other laws because of PDP is also an important aspect of PDP. This bill amends the IT Act 2000 to delete all the provisions related to compensation payable by companies for failure to protect personal data. Now, in the final leg of this discussion, we would also bring out the differences, the similarities and commonalities between GDPR and PDP. GDPR. All of us know General Data Protection Regulation, also called as GDPR, has been institutionalized in May 2018 by European Union and is deemed as a benchmark in data privacy. Comparing GDPR with PDP, both the bills provide for personal data. Both the bills talk about protecting sensitive data. However, GDPR talks about this in special categorization and PDP talks about it in general manner. Data controller or fiduciary establishment has been instigated and installed in both the instruments. However, in case of GDPR, this is referred as data controllers. Right to erasure is available in both PDP as well as GDPR. Reasonable purpose for processing is available in both the instruments. Data localization in India through PDP is there. However, there are certain exemptions where GOI, Government of India, can request. Similarly, in GDPR, there are exemptions of limited nature. Responsibility of social media intermediaries have been explicitly mandated by PDP, but it is not there in GDPR. Similarly, data protection officer has been mandated in PDP but not in GDPR. Exemptions of government is there in PDP but not in GDPR. However, both of them talk about data anonymization, establishment of committee, establishment of penalties as well as breach notifications. With regard to breach notifications, GDPR insists on a two-step verification, whereas in India we have limited requirements of breach notification. Thank you. Jai Hind. In our next session, we would talk about artificial intelligence, which seems to have become all pervasive. Thank you.